Are you serious? You're gonna lay in the one spot where they can't see you?
Wow. Hello? Hello?
Oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay, buddy?
Wow, I can't believe I caught that on camera. Ever since I brought her home, I've been waiting for that to happen. Not waiting like happily, more like waiting in fear as a parent. Because I have kind of a high wall right here and then stairs, and I was afraid the cat would fall, but cats land on their feet. They have 9 lives. It's fine. I got a cat. Actually, I got a kitty. She's like 6 months old and she's 5 motherfucking pounds. And I can't believe I'm talking about her without even holding her. Gwen here.
She's running away from me.
Her name's actually not Gwen. Say hi to the camera. When I got her from the shelter, her name was Gwen. Quite possibly one of the worst cat names ever. It's like naming your cat Linda or like Jessica. Because she looks like a cow, I'm debating between cow and moo. If you have any other recommendations for names, let me know. Also, cat companies, pet companies, I am open for business. You can't live here for free, all right? You gotta make some money too.
Have you been really good? Have you been the best kitty in all of, I've ever had kitties, the best kitty, all of them that I've had?
I turn into like an incoherent child with animals.
Ow, she's biting me. I'm not doing anything. God, you're not getting a treat.
In celebration of my new kitty cat, we are going to film a video together, revealing your cat secrets.
Are you ready to judge some people?
Moo, hello. She's just on the floor now. Whatever. Once I stole my brother's weed. He found out, so I said the cat ate it. He didn't believe me, so I fed some to the cat to make it more believable. The cat started to act all crazy, and then my brother believed me. The cat died the next day. I'm a shit human being. Oh my God, you are a shit human being.
What do you have to say about that?
One time I dared my sister to eat my cat shit, and she ate it. For some strange reason, my mouth is salivating while reading that, which usually indicates like a pleasurable taste. You're like, yummy, or sour, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should try my cat's poo. So one time when I was around 11, I had to use the bathroom really badly. It was in the middle of the night and there was a cockroach on the toilet. That is nightmarish. I was too nervous to wake up my parents to kill it, so I peed in my cat's litter box. That's actually not a terrible idea. If I, for some reason, could not access my bathroom, that's a good alternative. I wonder if my cat would get upset by that. I mean, they're very territorial, you know? Would she be like, get the f out of my litter box? One time my cat was suckling and I wanted to know if she would suckle on an actual nipple. So I made my cousin pull, why don't you do it, you pussy? It's funny because we're talking about cats. So I made my cousin pull up her shirt. She wasn't wearing a bra and had my kitten try suckling on her nipple. And that's the end of the secret. You can't submit something like that and then not tell me what happened. You said the word try. So I'm gonna assume it didn't work out. Last year, I'm sorry, trigger warning, or like just warning before I read this, because this is not pleasant. Last year, I killed my neighbor's cat by strangling it with their garden hose, cutting open its still alive body and ripping out its organs. I actually enjoyed the experience. I then snuck back into the kitchen with the insides of the cat in my hands and cooked them. It was delicious, but kind of chewy. They were devastated and think a fix did it. I've never been caught. I've also squeezed both of my hamsters and gerbil to death because they bit my finger. I don't even care, to be honest. I'm planning to kill my neighbor's guinea pig when they go on holiday. Love your videos though. I don't even know what to say to this. You are not invited over to my place. Do not kill my kitty. This person's gonna kill you if you let them inside, okay? Please don't let them inside. Oh man. One day, my 7-year-old cousin had her vagina out and told me to videotape it. Some child pornography. It's a start, that's good. Mind you, she was 7. We also used to throw her cats and color on her dog with chalk. Oh my, kids are brutal, what the? I once raped my cousin's dog and it developed PTSD. I feel so bad because it goes to a special animal clinic every week, which is expensive. And they're trying to figure out why it is so anxious around boys my age. It felt so good though to haha get it, because it's a dog, not a cat. No, I don't get it. The joke literally doesn't work because it's a dog and not a cat. Also, fucking ew! I can't even make a joke because it's not fucking funny. I'm disgusted. I went to therapy this morning, but I feel like I need to make another appointment. Once me and my sister wanted to try that viral video when cats get scared by a cucumber. What? I've never seen that. I put the cucumber on my bed and I forgot and it fell between the wall and the bed. That few days later, my mom came in because my room was a mess and told me to put out my bed and tidy my room. And there was the cucumber. I was so shocked I didn't explain it to her. You can imagine what she thought. Honestly, I think the same thing, because I have never seen a viral video about a cat being scared of a cucumber. Oh wow, it's a real thing. I have a cucumber here. Should we scare my cat?
I'm sorry I'm bothering you and you're taking a nap, but I got a cucumber!
Ah, it's a cucumber! Huh? Hey, Cukie. 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 She's just playing with it. When I was younger, I threw my fish in the snow in the winter so it would die because I'm scared of fishes. I never told my mom and she still thinks my cat ate it. How can you be scared of a fish? It could be quite possibly the least harmful animal. I mean, unless it's like a piranha, but I'm assuming you had like a goldfish. When I get high, I chase my cat around the house pretending like I'm a T-Rex. Hi, I think they're very happy to see you. Although you're blocking my light. Ew! This person says, okay, I have a couple of, oh, she's reading it. Look, she's literally reading. She's like, yeah, a couple secrets. I'm interested. Okay, I have a couple secrets. When I was about 4, we had 2 black cats and one was pregnant. I thought that if I shoved a stick up its ass, I could feel the kittens and move it around. Yay! The cat resisted and tried to escape it, but then the pregnant cat came by and I realized I stuck a stick up the other cat's ass. The cat stayed at home for 2 days but died shortly after. I secretly hope that my dog will die so we can get another. My brother once had a girlfriend and me and her went to the woods and found random objects. We found a TV, carpet, and we ended up trespassing. Oops. And then there's a 3rd secret, which is actually a 4th secret, but they wrote 3 again. I have many friends, but I'm pretty sure most of them hate me really. 4, I like my best friend, but my girl best friend slapped him because he's her ex. And they used to hate me. I'm literally gonna stop reading this comment because I don't care that much. Sorry, you bored me. Next. So I like cats a lot. When I was younger, I had this cat called Whore. She was my favorite cat. When she gave birth to some kittens, one of the kittens became my new favorite cat. I called her Prosty from prostitute to stick with the theme. Thing is, it died pretty quick. My mom dropped glass bottles on it and I was really sad. I hope that was a mistake. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my, because I couldn't let go of it, I put it in a plastic bottle so I would still get to look at it. Though I soon realized it began to rot and stink. That's why I threw the bottle in the garden of my neighbors. But the thing is, those neighbors are family of ours and they found it. Let me tell you, the next family gathering wasn't very fun. One time I had a wet dream and the next morning my cat had my underwear. Sometimes I eat my cat food and my mom once caught me and started pouring milk on me. What a funny response to catching your child eating cat food. Your mom wins the award of the day. I don't know what the award means, but your mom won it. Once I helped out my family friends by taking care of their cat for a week. Every day for a week, I would go over there and snoop around their house. I found my friend's diary and proceeded to read the entire thing. I used this information to get her to like me. She is currently my wife. Sounds like a movie plot. When I was at my friend Cassie's house, exposed, I walked in on her putting her cat tail in her woman parts. Ugh. Out of all of the things you can put up there, that's just one I would not pursue. My password is I like cats 33. Nice. If you want to hack into someone's account, just go through all of my subscribers and try that password. I've regretted this for some time, so I guess it's time to get it off, as the only person I told was my cat, who obviously didn't like my story because she hissed at me. By the way, her name is Cookie. Anyway, I was at a sleepover at my friend's house and she had some boys over as well. This was a surprise to everyone as it was listed as an all-girls party. Listed? Like on Facebook? What do you mean it was listed? It all started nicely. Then we played Truth or Dare, of course. See, I hate Truth or Dare. Like, I can't stand it. Anyway, I was dared to suck Eric's little shrimpy. I was dared to suck Eric's little shimpery. I didn't want to be seen as a pussy by the popular girls there, so I did it. He accidentally peed in my mouth a little, and to be honest with you, it didn't taste good. I love how you say, to be honest with you, it didn't taste good. Like, you would say, to be honest with you, it did taste good. Of course it didn't taste good. You didn't have to say, to be honest with you. It was very warm and kind of salty. After this experience, every time I pee, this is all I can think about. I need help now. Okay, this is like traumatizing. Can we talk about that? All these like funny little stories of getting peer pressured into doing these weird things, like putting Eric's little shrimpy in your mouth. These can be traumatizing moments, okay? So like, I don't know, I don't really have a conclusion there. When I was about 6 or 7, I had a cat and I took a toy screwdriver and shoved it up its butthole just a little. Then my big brother stopped me from going too far. Now the cat is dead. Wow, another thing we've learned today is that if you put something up an animal's butthole, it will probably die. So maybe let's not do that. Let's make a pact. Ayydubs clan, I will not put anything up any animal's butthole except my own. Hey! She's not allowed up there, but she doesn't give a shit. Let's try the word kitty. I used to shoplift every once in a while when I was really young, but nothing over $20 or anything. I've only done it a few times. Like one time it was one of those candy necklaces and it was a Hello Kitty one, which is why I wanted it so bad, and my parents wouldn't let me because it costed $5. Another time it was one of those baby bottle pops, but one time I went to Disneyland and I wanted to go into the gift store. I told my parents while they were outside that I wanted to take a quick look around the store for fun. In the store I saw this really cute Winnie the Pooh pin and went to look at the price, and it was either $10 or $15. I was like, I'm not paying for that because I don't have any money. So I held it in my hand, calmly walked out of the store, and pretended that I accidentally went outside to ask my dad to buy it for me, but forgot to put it back before I went outside. When I said realized I accidentally still had the pin in my hand, my dad just told me that I could keep the pin since I was already outside the store. I mean, that was my plan to begin with, but I think it's funny that I was smart enough to come up with an elaborate plan like that when I was young. I don't shoplift at all anymore, but sometimes I still think about that whole thing and how funny I thought it was that I just was able to casually shoplift there. Cool, shoplifting pro tip, do that and be 7 years old. Would you guys handle shoplifting like that? If my kid shoplifted, I would make them go walk in there, admit what they've done, and return it. But I guess you turned out okay because you don't still shoplift. It literally smells like asshole. Are you serious? Why do you have to smell like asshole? I had a dream, a weird one. I was touching my best friend on her kitty cat. She stopped me, but then I was eating her nervously. I don't like her and I would never do that. And I'm also not a raper. I'm kind of disturbed and scared. The fuck is wrong with me?
I'm gonna eat you, little kitty cat.
This person has a few secrets. They said, okay, I have a few. First of all, when I was in preschool, I knew this girl named Robin who I absolutely hated. Every day after school when my brother would ask me how my day was, I would make up stories about how Robin had taken our class pets, a few turtles, and chopped them up, leaving them in the kiddie pool while we all laughed. It's a very strange story to tell. Also, when I was around the ages of 7, 8/9-ish, every Sunday after church, I would pretend to be a cat. I would crawl around the house, eat my food out of a cat dish, only answer to Kitty when people ask why I'm so good at impersonating cat noises. I flash back to this a lot. When I was in kindergarten, we had a substitute for the first time in the whole year. I was really fucking weird, and I saw this as an opportunity to be the bad kid. So when another kid came up to me and asked to use the tricycle after me, what the fuck? You have a tricycle in your classroom? I grabbed his arm and bit it. He started bleeding a lot and had a big hole in his arm. I actually didn't get in that much trouble, but the kid's father looked at me later and asked if I wanted to come over for dinner in a mean tone. And I only just understood it a few months ago. Wait, what? Also, I went to the same school with the kids in that classroom through 6th grade, and whenever I got pissed, I could show my teeth and the person would either scream or back off. I'm ashamed of myself. You really are a cat. I still don't really get the whole coming over for dinner thing. Was he threatening to bite you? Is that what that was supposed to mean? When I was 6 to 7 years old, and me and my brother would run around the house butt-ass naked, and I would call his my doggy, and he would call my his kitty, sometimes I still think about and wonder what it would be like to have sex with him. Oh my god, I need animal therapy immediately. Whoa, this is an offer I can't resist. This person says, Alex, please read this, and if you do, I'll pay for your therapy session. I'm expecting you to come through. Okay, I'll leave my PayPal down below. I am 13. How can you even pay for my therapy sessions? You are 13 years old. I am 13 and lost my virginity to my brother's boyfriend. His boyfriend is 16. I cheated on my boyfriend with his older brother who was 15. My boyfriend was 14. Too much age stuff. It doesn't matter to me. It's all illegal. I my boyfriend's little sister. She was 12 and I'm a girl. I had a threesome with my boyfriend. I'm done. I'm just gonna... massive crush on my physics teacher. Tuition? What? Is that his name? His name was Tuition. It's an interesting name for a teacher. Or Tuition? I don't know. Because he was too darn cute. And I would completely melt when he smiled. He was around 21 and I was 17 back then. I would often imagine cute scenarios with him. So one day, 2 other girls, my juniors, maybe in 8th grade, told him he was my crush. I'm pretty sure one of them liked him. One day I didn't have anyone to pick me up, so he offered to give me a ride on his bike, and I freaking said yes. But we didn't immediately take me home. We took a detour to some other places and talked so freaking much. I even played with his hair and held his shoulders. I didn't know back then that he knew about my crush. He left though after a few months as he found a better job. Almost forgot. He used to call me Kitty. Wow, is it... That is so weird. Imagine a teacher calling you Kitty. Unless your name is Kitty, unless you are Kitty Foreman, that shit doesn't fly. Also so romantic, riding a bike, which I'm assuming you meant motorcycle, with your teacher. If it was a bike, that's also romantic. Unless you were on the handlebars, and it's a strange scenario. We are gonna finish today's episode off with the word pussy. A lot of these are really gross. I f***ed a table once. There, my smelly, dirty clothes. What? My father found out and sold the table. My friend's mom bought it and they wondered why it smelled like pussy. I came when they first bought it. A week later, they had a different table. Also, I have 14 toes. Why is that in quotations? Do you have 14 toes or no? Is that supposed to mean something? What the f? What the fuck? My cousin started to do this thing where he will randomly grab my butt and then he started grabbing my tits and my pussy and he will say, I don't really mean it. And a few seconds later he will say, or do I? And I don't really know what to do now. Okay, not haha, that's assault. And I don't know your ages, but it could be even more than that. That's disgusting on his part, okay? Guys, when people treat you like this, you don't giggle. Okay? You don't laugh. And I'm not saying this because I've been in the position and I've made the right decisions. I'm saying this because I've been in those positions and I made the wrong decisions. And in hindsight, I wish I slapped a motherfucker. Okay? I could have punched some bitches. But I didn't. So next time someone tries to pull that shit, kick them in the balls. So my aunt had an affair with my father, and how I found out was when I was like 12, I got on my dad's iPhone 3 or something and started playing Angry Birds. And then I got a text, RIP, and then I got a text from my aunt Lisa, such an aunt name, and I got excited because she was supposed to give me a guitar stand because she had one. And instead I saw her big floppy titties and her sad, saggy pussy. I was fucking dying, and I haven't talked to my aunt or my dad because what the fuck? But I did bring it up to my mom. I think that may have been why my parents are divorced, and also why my aunt is now my stepmom. Oh my god. Yeah, that is probably why. This one says, Warning, may ruin my dad's relationship. So when I was 10, my mom died, and 10 years later, my dad got engaged, and I meet my stepsister who her dad left at a young age. Anyway, me and her ended up and having a sexual relationship, and our parents are religious, so we go to church every Sunday, and one time I ate her pussy at church bathroom. At a church bathroom, my dad and her mom are going to get married in May, and nobody knows about my relationship with my stepsister. P.S. Her and I are both girls, so they wouldn't suspect it.
I think I need to stop.
We gotta do the outro. Do you want to live here or not? She's literally asleep. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. I upload videos every Thursday. Bye!